Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Jabari
Show?
Right.
You forget your own show?
Yeah, boy.
Jeez, son,
Today's been a long day.
it's
been a
only
long day.
it's only 12.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's 12.
it's
Only 12.
Nah, but I go
People
in.
can expect you to wake up at like maybe 6 o'clock.
Nah, I up
So I
since
mean,
4
you've been
dog.
up since like
Up since 4 dog. And we're here with our guest, J Revolution.
What up, everybody? I too am surprised.
why
that
you
I was-
surprised?
That I was called to be here.
No, so how the podcast has sort of gone is because we are mostly in the creative industry.
Mhm.
Generally, the people that we work with are in the creative industry. So the people that's been on the podcast have been creative professionals.
Got you.
We've had a few people who haven't been in the creative industry but use social media for their business.
Got you.
And Jabari messaged me and he was like, "Who next?" I was like, "Who do I know that I think is interesting?" And I remember you coming to Trinity to talk to us.
Oh snap! You guys went Trinity, dog.
I didn't go Trinity,
Well,
sorry.
I
You
went
went
to
Trinity. What, this is
yeah.
a different episode. No, this is the real deal now. All right. I appreciate. Respect my brother.
Yeah, so
feel
That's
like-
fluent. Never mind. Not Trinity.
yeah, so remember you coming to Trinity. I was like, I remember you speaking about, working with Marshall and whatnot. I was like,
That's correct. Yeah.
I want to have you on your podcast. And I was like, I think you're cool enough that.
Wow.
That I won Blanco.
Yeah. So I was like,
No, never. Never. Honestly, you see, when I see things like these, I don't
Yeah.
care how small or how big it is,
mhm.
I genuinely get excited.
Yeah.
I want our country to move more towards this sort of space where it's commonplace to
Yeah.
go to our podcast and then the powers that be would start to see, man, this really does generate a certain amount of interest, eyes, productivity.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I want to see programs that instead of just offer, I don't know, plumbing and electrical
Yeah.
podcasts.
Yeah.
I want us to get to that point. So anytime I could bring eyes to things like these,
Mhm.
I dare. I will never be too big to say, nah.
Yeah.
Nah, I dare. I'm there, bro. I'm there.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So, what do you do? What does J Revolution do? Because
For the people that don't know.
yeah,
For the
'cause
people that don't know.
when
Which is many people. I real low key. Which is many
Yeah.
people to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
So I sent Jabari your profile. He's like, you said he does videography for like music videos and stuff, but I don't see anything on his profile.
Yeah, your page wasn't
Now my page wild. My page
Yeah.
yeah, your
yeah.
page was not saying that
My
at all.
page is wild. So here's what, right? I think the best way. Well, I like to describe myself as a visual architect.
Okay.
Right? And I say visual architect because it has always been my ability to build out
Mhm.
visual pieces
Okay.
from little information. So it's the optimal result from whatever little I could take in. So
Okay.
it's like if you go to an architect and you tell them to build a house, you yourself are not drawing plans, but you have ideas.
Mm.
And a good architect will realize your ideas beyond what you were probably envisioning because there are practical elements. There are elements that has to be there in terms of structure. I mean, you might necessarily know how to lay a foundation and how to
Yeah.
properly structure a house, level the land, make sure you're picking a place that isn't flood prone, all these different things. So when you come to me with an idea for a video, I would be like, okay, I hear you, but I know what I'm doing. So I'm going to send you in this direction, right? So on that visual architecture is channeled through videography, editing, design, photography, a bit of motion design, definitely VFX, and a little bit of voice acting.
Mm.
I do voices. Like the last voice I did was for Duas. I don't drink Duas. Big
For
up
who?
Duas.
I don't know
For who?
you
Duas is a Scotch. Well, for God, hey, I don't expect all meant to be drinkers this early. I hoping all might touch a white oak ever so often, but Duas
Nah, boy.
Duas Scotch whiskey. I think
Even
it's
now
Scotch
I-
whiskey. This is so terrible, but I just did it because they liked my voice and I did it.
I
So
would
it
love
was
to
on
hear the
radio
ad
and stuff
now.
like-
Is it out?
Hey, I never even hear the ad. My brethren send me. You know what? I'll go to my phone.
Is it out?
To look at a wicked clip there. But no, it was out on radio. I don't know if it's still in rotation.
Okay.
But on a more generic level, the best way to describe me is a creative solutions company
Okay.
where it's like an agency. 'Cause
Yeah.
I will give you come to me for any service and you will get everything from branding design, social media management, content management, which is the
Mhm.
new thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and of course your videos.
Mhm.
Now, that being said, the name of my business is Impact Creative Agency.
Okay.
So me as a person
yeah.
is different from the business. Although
Okay.
people do interact with my business through me
Yeah.
on my profile, or if you look Impact Creative Agency YouTube, you'll see all my videos, all that different stuff.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm not gonna lie, I have been terrible at marketing myself. Been terrible, and that's primarily because thankfully I get work, and I don't even sometimes get time to post my own things.
okay.
Yeah.
That happens a lot. So anyway, but we digressing. Answer what you do. Next question, you know. We going far.
Is it that all of these things you do by yourself?
I do everything by myself, my guy.
Well, I was just trying to figure out if there is
Impossible.
a team that is attached to
Well,
you, or
watch
if
it.
there's just
Well, watch it. There used to be, real honest, I was part of many different teams.
Mhm.
Mm.
But I think what happens in our market, and this is no fault of anybody's, right? This is
Yeah.
just how our landscape is laid out. That people grab opportunities the moment they could get it, right?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
will never fault anybody for doing it. A lot of times people might start projects together and then their ambitions might lead them different places, or their struggles might lead them different places. You might be
Mhm.
doing something and you're enthusiastic and you want to get it done, but then money not flowing a particular way. Man, I have bills to pay, I have these responsibilities, and then everybody might veer off in a different direction. And in most cases, every time I've been part of a team, the team never really fall apart on a personal level because everybody's so cool.
Yeah.
But it usually comes down to a man just saying, bro, I just had to go and get a job done right now, and I don't have time to
yeah.
continue doing it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have friends who are in the creative industry who help me with anything. I could call them out to do anything in particular. But
Mhm.
again, that is on a kind of per project basis. To say I have like a rotational staff is not the most realistic thing for self-employed people, especially if they want to restart from this COVID madness now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like paying people consistently right now is not the best route. But on a per project basis,
yeah.
I definitely have people
Mhm.
I can call reliably. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like to have a team at some point, though?
Absolutely. That's where I am now. The place that I am staying
Residing.
is large enough to facilitate that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I have a studio area where I would shoot green screen, anything that required backgrounds, or is a permanent setup, right? And then there's another upstairs area which has the area where I do the podcast talk shows, and there's a lot of like 2-3 desks up there. The desk empty
Yeah.
but when people ready say, yo, I'm ready to come and do this work, you have places to sit, the places air conditioned, everything. So the framework for the team is there.
Yeah.
You understand? But again, I think people like to see things working
Mhm.
before they come in. And that's also fine.
Yeah.
You wouldn't apply for a job and they're telling you, well, the business now started. You understand, this place is making money, they hiring, so you go.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I would like to treat people the same way, not give them no fairy tale explanation about, yeah, well,
The studio under
in a few months,
the
in
studio
a
under
few months we go be
construction.
rocking or no. Nah, I want to offer you something solid.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand
Okay.
that. So, as a visual architect, right? Who have you worked with, or what companies have you worked with so far? What work have you done that people can be like, oh, okay, I know that.
Wait, how far back you want to go, boy?
As far back as you want.
As far back as I want. All right. I would have started doing weddings, right? So
Okay.
that was just people. So weddings.
Video or photography?
Yeah, video, right?
Okay.
Strictly video. I used to big up SBCS. So I did the SBCS media program before. I think it's changed now, but they had a media program,
Okay.
and they allowed students to rent equipment on weekends to practice.
Bye.
Did I say more? Yeah, I realized after a few weeks,
Nobody
none of
taking
the
it,
students
so
are taking the equipment to go and practice. So I said,
uh-huh. Still
I
less.
took it and did weddings. Big up SBCS. I think I said this already in public, so I feel like the consequently. Where's the
Statute of limitation has run out.
statute of limitations gone, but
Yeah.
yeah, big up. And it had a couple people inside who realized, and they were like, yeah, well, go through, no,
I
bro.
mean, they're there. Do your thing.
So that is how I started doing weddings, and I telling you, big 3 camera setup and lights and thing. I pulling up in weddings, professional. But I hate weddings. But we move. Yeah, why I don't like weddings. Yeah, I don't like weddings, right?
I want to ask
Big-
what
love is
about-
lovely. Love is lovely, but
It
yeah, I
is.
don't like weddings, boy. Like after a while, like I said, people started to expect a lot, but don't want to pay.
In what way?
And it's
Expect what?
no, well, like if I'm coming to your wedding, 3 camera setup, you getting, that is before the age of drones, so you getting 3 camera setup. I giving you a movie trailer esque kind of thing and chapters and you getting a DVD. Yo, listen, I was getting this DVD days, so you
Yeah.
know we talking 10 years plus. I getting you a DVD with skippable chapters and all kind of vibes, you know. I was getting
Okay.
the full works, but then like I don't know what started to happen. I mean, I know the economy was dipping. I'm not an economist, so like don't quote me on this, but I know that cost of living started to rise at some point, and
Yeah.
people were just not paying. So the amount of work I was putting out for the returns,
It
it
wasn't
just
feasible.
really wasn't worth it because you're talking about your full day, and then you have to analyze hours of footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I didn't think it was worth it. Although this year I am getting back into weddings because I realize now that people are starting to adjust their expectations now.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
people would say, okay, you come to a wedding and you film it, and then you just give me back a reel and
Yeah.
then like a clip of the ceremony or something. Because back then, the men who used to be doing weddings giving you full cinematic productions.
Yeah.
I don't really see people doing. You will get a nice looking trailer that,
Oh,
that
they just
somebody
want
would use to promote
Moment.
themselves.
They just want moments.
Moments
At this
understand?
point in time.
So yeah, but big up the weddings. Call me for all you. All you getting married, call me for all your weddings.
Okay.
Easy.
So
Right, continuing.
yeah.
Real quick. Sorry. The first big client I had was First Citizens Bank. Big up First Citizens Bank.
okay.
Right? That's what, I don't know if you all ever read this book, The Alchemist, but that's what Beginner's Luck.
I always see it, but I never read it.
Right, now read it. It's a nice, feel good book. They talk about Beginner's Luck in that book. And man, me and my team, it was a team of me and 4 other guys. And we directed First Citizens Bank staff convention. And that was crazy. They did a whole Star Trek theme, and we did all the media for the background. Crazy. Then Beginners Luck started snowball again. The West Indies Cricket Board, West Indies International Cricket Board,
Mhm.
WICB. They have their cricket awards that shows on Sportsmax and all that.
Where am I beginner's luck?
Like
Bro.
he just so happened. It's
Bro,
just
listen to
by
me.
knowing someone or
Listen
something.
to me. Yeah, that's what it was. Because one of my brothers was working for Citizens.
Oh,
I was
and-
a-
Oh, this is when
same-
you talking about you going out and stuff and everything.
Nah, I still was inside nerd, whatever. But my brethren who was on the team, he was working.
His
FCB.
friend was working FCB,
So they
and he
saw-
so happened to know
Right.
him.
Okay.
So it just was by luck that.
It is a lot of luck. Don't even get tired.
Alright, cool.
Previously, before that, right? We did a television show called Boost. It's a game show that was on Synergy TV, where we
Mhm.
used to go out to bars and give people random challenges. And the bars used to assist us. They would just give us bottles and stuff. So we'd give people challenges.
Yeah, could
Those
again
bottles.
to
Exactly.
be on thing.
Again, publicity, right?
Yeah.
A manager working FCB saw that. And then the employee who was there, who was on the team,
that my brother
saw it and said, yeah, this is my team. Well, could you all do this first, etc. It snowball. WICB ended up seeing it, called us and said, we want you all to do the media for the award show. As in, when they you know, like the things they would show when they're announcing nominees or who's the winner of the award.
Yeah.
So we got this guy who plays cricket, and we just told him to do a few poses, knock a ball or two, and then we would use that footage and then put nominees, hit a cricket ball and that kind of thing, right? After that, we get a job from Mario's. Mario's has their annual pizza day eating competition. And I was the host, and we did the production for it. So,
It just kept
big
going.
snowball. But then, Slam on one of them come and take the contract from us. Obviously, because they're a whole radio station. We can't beat that.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Big up Slam, but, all his dogs. Moving on. And clip it.
You know,
All the
you had
plenty
to
of my
do-
dogs working.
Yeah,
Slam,
yeah.
Big up all of them. Clip that, all his dogs. We move forward. And then after that, it was more, I tried to get more into the business side of things
Mhm.
because I saw it progressing. Like, we were just really a team having fun.
Yeah.
But then when those opportunities came, I was like, we could really do this.
Mhm.
And also, the jobs came in from random places. Again, people just seeing us. So, Arthur Lockjack, B Mobile, Digicel. We did work for, so many businesses. Bankers Insurance, CETAL College.
Mhm.
We did a documentary for SBCS.
Jeez. Okay.
After you take the cameras.
Don't know. They knew, and I did it with their cameras. After that, by that point,
like-
you asking us
it's
students
like-
to do, you asking us
Like,
students
so
to do things.
you already know what the deal is. Okay.
They were asking me. They knew I was a student there. Yeah, I used to help them out with a lot of things.
Yeah.
That SBCS, man, I also did this tournament, Caribbean Ultimate Fist Fighting. They do MMA, right? They
Mhm.
have these MMA tournaments. I did videos for them. I used to cover them about 3-4 years straight. Man,
Yeah.
then wow, it's a lot. But for the exciting part, that's the boring stuff, right? The exciting part, cool. Destra,
Mhm.
Marshall,
Mm-hmm.
Swappy, Olatunji, Irfan Alves, Moto, Alta St. Lucia, Mr. Renzo, Crystal Keane, Hashim the Dream. I calling everybody. Big, small, I calling everybody.
Yeah.
Mikal Teja. I mean, that's my dog.
Mm-hmm.
Big up Mikal Teja. That's like my real dog. System 32, which is Kevin BR, a combination of Kevin BR and Mikal Teja. Shal, Dwayne Bravo, Ding Dong. Plenty of people. It is snowball. It's plenty of people have worked it, but
Yeah,
internationally,
because when you work with one, everybody's kind of
Exactly.
noticed and everybody kind of watching each other. So it's like,
internationally, my biggest would have been Miss Lauren Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I did lyric videos for Maya, brother. Tell us something. Maya called my phone. Never in my wild. Listen, never in your wild. You watching Maya as a youth? No, Leo, it's 20. You watching Maya as a youth on these R&B videos, and
it's crazy to think,
and I on the
I
phone
might.
with Maya, bro, like deep voice.
It's like I seeing you on my
hi.
TV screen,
Oh yes, yeah. Hey,
but
Maya,
I hear your voice
yeah.
on my phone.
Nah, but in my bag, when I pull on my phone, in my bag, that's like, when I see Maya Harrison, because she gave me she number, right?
Mm-hmm.
Management give me she number. Say, expect a call. I see Maya Harrison. Hey yo, hello.
Playing it smooth.
Oh, Maya, yo, hey, really nice to hear from you. What's going on? I know what she calling for, but nah, you know, I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling. You know, in Trinidad here, it's all warm and all that. And I am geeking, bro. I am fully geeking. Same thing when, and I have to say Miss Lauren because like she's insists, right? Like she drilled line my head, but she FaceTime me.
Mm-hmm.
FaceTime. She didn't show me her face for most of the conversation. she kind of went like that, but right.
I was gonna ask if you screenshotted it.
Nah, bro. I didn't even want to do that next thing. She asked some kind of FBI watch. I really
I
didn't
know,
want to mess up.
I don't know, boss a screenshot like, hey,
I really didn't want to mess up, but I did screenshot when the call was coming in. Now, of course, anybody could fake that, but like,
Yeah.
people know the video on my profile, so it ain't no faking, right? And through a management company out of the Antigua, one of them countries,
Mm-hmm.
I ended up doing a lyric video for Snoop Dogg.
Jesus. Okay.
A
Right?
lyric video, you said?
Yeah. So they had a music video already out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a guy named Monday Justice featuring Snoop Dogg and a DJ called Natty Rico. So this DJ Natty Rico did a remix to their song because he's
Yeah.
like this DJ who plays saxophone and stuff on his sets. Interesting. You pull out a saxophone in an EDM party and it's a
Yeah.
I mean
Yeah.
spectacle, right?
Sound cool.
And they called me and said, yo, you know, you do good lyric videos. We will send you a music video and just repurpose it for a lyric video.
Okay.
Right? And they FedEx me hard drives and stuff that I still have blessed for the hard drive. Right? And of course, Snoop Dogg team had to approve it and all kind of. And I mean, it's nothing to. For me, it's nothing to totally go off the rails and say, yeah, real big, I make it. But at the end of the day, Snoop Dogg sending you a little email. Yeah, cause lyric video look good. It's bro. Again, never in my wildest dreams I would have thought.
Because
Yeah.
it's like you're
At the
seeing them on
very
TV.
Yeah.
Now you're like,
Working with them or for
Yeah.
them.
And same thing on the same vein of approvals. Marshall, when they were doing the video for The Road with Ashanti,
Uh-huh.
Director X came down to direct it, and they had a behind the scenes project, and they said, yo, you know, Jimmy, you the guy to chop up these behind the scenes. They sent me the behind the scenes, and again, Director X would have said, yo, Director X really likes the video. Send me a message, yeah, bro, great work, approved.
Okay.
I know that I was influenced by Director X in terms of his videos. I know that.
they
Yeah.
get our approval now.
And to get
Right?
the stamp
To
of
get him- to
approval
get his
is
stamp
like,
of approval now,
It's
again,
like, alright, cool,
very
yeah.
his dreams.
yeah, I outside. Yeah.
Even if it's a real cool, even if it's yeah, bro, good work, that's enough.
That's enough for you, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's crazy. How does these things... Which one was the first one you said? First Citizens? Was the big
Yeah.
one?
Bro,
Was that what you think was snowballing, or was it...
you could never tell, right? I'm heavily into anime. Don't know if you guys are, but I'm heavily into anime.
Nah.
I don't know into anime.
I'll
right?
watch it if you recommend something.
But anime does have some powerful scenes. But there's one in particular that's always real good.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying that it was like a show about Vikings and stuff, and they were saying that
Yeah.
moving towards the future is like rowing a boat with your back turned to the bow, right?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you will only know how the future connects after you pass looking back. And
Yeah.
that's the only way you can know. No? We are going towards the future, not knowing what's going to happen next.
Okay,
And it's
true.
only in reflection, it's be like, all right, so this how this happened, this how this happened, this how this happened, this
And that's how I'm here. Yeah.
and that's how I'm here now. So for me, sure, on reflection, I could look back and say, this might have been. Man, I have resigned to the fact that I have no idea how this happened. All I did was just kind of be a little bit delusional with my beliefs and say, yeah, boy, for sure I'll go make it, for sure I'll go make it, and, for sure I'll go make it, for sure I'll go make it.
And you make it.
Right? Because some of the triggers I could tell, but not all. Because that whole thing with Miss Lauren Hill, that was through management, all kind of channels that came through before it reached me. And I
Yeah.
can't tell you the discussions that might have been had or
Yeah.
why pick this guy or why not pick this guy. I don't know. So, but I believe in my abilities, and at the very least, I try to come true. I don't always be good because men, this are mental breakdowns and things. This is the real world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I try to be as consistent as I can with quality, and I still believe that could get you far, right? So,
Okay. And as an architect, right? A client comes to you. This is the idea. How is the thought process in? Okay, this is your idea. This is the direction we want to go in. What is the?
or was he?
What-
That's a good question.
yeah.
That's a good question. Let me see if I can give an example. Okay, so, all right. Marshall and his management came to me to do a behind the scenes once again.
Yeah.
Marshall went to London. He went to London, then he came to Trinidad to do Carry Festa, then he went back to London again.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, all right, let's just say, we want to show how hectic this
The life is.
this is. We
Yeah.
really want to show, like, man, this man went to London, left the next morning, came all the way back to Trinidad. That's how they came to Trinidad. They took a plane, then they landed in St. Lucia, then they took a small plane specifically to Trinidad, then they went to Carry Festa, then they were out the next morning at 4 to get back to London. Flight get cancelled. They reached London 3 hours late. They couldn't sleep. They had to go on the road. They literally land and run on the road. You understand?
Yeah.
So when I see something like that, I am already thinking, all right, what is something that we know that shows literally the best parts of what you're about to see, and it's very hectic and action-packed? A movie trailer.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'm going to make this journey feel like one steady sentence.
Fast pace.
Right? So like how I edited it, like they were in studio singing family, right? So I rolling every with me, family, then I would cut on the last syllable to the show where they're singing family. So family, and they will be family in the show. Then they cut to the next morning doing the flight. And then if Marshall says a word that could connect to another word in mid-flight, I will do that. So it felt like this constant hectic. Wait,
Moving,
we here?
fast-paced,
Wait, we here now?
fast-paced.
Wait, we here now? Wait, we here now? But it did real well. The video did real well. Like, it's people were mostly commenting, guys, go and check. Big man, guys, go and check. People were saying things
Ain't
like,
gonna lie to
we seeing how hard you're working. This is real pace, but you understood the pace through. So that's one part of it where I would take inspiration from somewhere. But I also pay attention to the type of person that you are.
Yeah.
Now, if it is you're a calm person, I'm not going to give you a video that is high energy.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a video that puts the viewer into a state of concentration. So I would use particular shots that would align with that mood. So if I'm being calm and I'm talking calm, I'm going to put a camera there. I'm going to put a camera there and maybe one above, and then I'm going to do slow zooms while you talk. Maybe put some text at the side to emphasize your words because you're talking.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing. Your words are your power in this rounds.
Yeah.
And generically, if I just have something to do and I don't know what to do, honestly, I listen to music.
Yeah.
And not just like mainstream. I listen to movie trailer music. I listen to scores from movies, anime, cartoon soundtrack, anything that can get my imagination going.
Yeah.
I would just play that, and eventually, if I have the idea in my mind, it would kind of come. It would kind of come.
And is it that you you think out how you want the entire thing to go from the day before? Well, not the day before, but from the discussion process, or is it like, okay, let's go and see what happens, or is it by case basis where sometimes it's like, okay, whatever happen, or
Yeah, I am always. God, I really don't want to be that guy, you know. You know, people, let's come on this creative podcast.
I'm
and
just
tell me
real
this-
scared of something.
Wow, they
How's
thought
it?
they cut off.
No, just in my head, I was like, did I press the record
Record.
button? Boy,
Bro, it is happening. No?
I get so
You
frightened
gotta
for
do a
no
next-
reason
you
to
gotta do a
it.
Next take for safety. That happened to me on a hosting gig where the whole card nothing record and
My friend Michael likes to play this joke where he's like, "Oh shucks, I didn't get that."
Right, same thing, bro. Look, listen, yo, shout
I'm
out,
like,
shout
"What
out,
do you mean?"
Shout out KTC and Ealing Queens.
I'm like, "What do you mean you didn't get that?" That was like,
That was perfect.
that was the most important part.
Every time she have a new batch of girls and they like somebody does a real good dance, I'll be like, oh my god, I didn't press record, and like her face, she's wanna die. But I said, no. Okay. But yeah, as you were saying, I don't want to make it sound like I have superpowers, but I am always editing in a way.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is, every time I start shooting and you saying something, I'm building. I've been doing this since I was 17, you know.
Okay.
Mhm.
People don't understand that I've been playing with video since I was 17. So after a while, every
You kind of trained to it.
time I will get the whole story of how I got into this in the first place, because we didn't touch on that.
Yeah, we didn't get origin story.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I am always editing. One of my clients actually gave me the best explanation for what I do and why she hired me. She said, "You are able to take my rambling and turn it into reason," because I'm always editing. So while she's talking, I am editing her speech in my head. I have a pretty good memory in that capacity. Don't ask me to remember anything else, because absent-minded as yo. But in my head,
Once it's on camera, you're safe.
she would say something,
It's like, okay,
and
note
I
to
done
take
chopping
note
this
of
in
that.
my head.
Yeah.
So when she has to do it over and over, I say, okay, say this, then say this, then say that. She's, oh my God, you could really. So she really appreciates that part of my ability. And that doesn't mean go to school to learn. So I wish I could give you a more technical breakdown of how I do things. If you want a technical breakdown of processes, sure. But how I do my work creatively
Yeah.
is consistent. It's like I'm always
Because you're always in it. It's
Editing.
just
Always.
normal.
Always,
Yeah.
always. We talk in here and I don't have to, but I done editing this.
You already know your clips in your head.
That's when
If you don't- If you don't see the clips, he's like, man, look at I clip this here
and
and
I remember all I could clip when I say love is lovely but I hate weddings, or I could clip when I call slam dogs.
Don't worry,
All I
I'm
could
saying.
clip- trust me,
The production team has some work to do.
We are clips, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
So the origin story.
Right, origin story. It's a good one. So my uncle, shout out to my uncle John. He lives in the States, right?
Yeah.
And he's working his office over. You know what? Let me take that back. I am not 100% sure what my uncle John does, but big up Uncle John same way. Big up Uncle John same way. His office bought an HP printer, huge printer, it's an industrial size printer, and I think at that point, HP was testing cameras in the market.
Okay, I was trying to figure out where the story going.
So I'm saying,
Yeah.
Printing.
real origin story.
Yeah.
So they with the printer came this very tiny camera, 640 by 480. Only youth wasn't born yet. only men wasn't born yet. Big man thing probably wasn't born yet. I'm joking, I was born, but it's like, learning to walk and shit. But yeah. And he was like, he came down to Trinidad coincidentally and he had it. And he was like, yo, Jamil, you could take this camera. I was never thinking about that at all.
Yeah.
And this is probably when I was maybe 17. He brought that camera for me. I still don't have a computer, not that, right? I wasn't growing up in the most fortunate circumstances. But we good now. We up now.
Yeah.
But yeah. But he gave me this camera, right? And I just started to record everything. As in when
if you could point at it,
yeah, because you're playing with a toy. That's what it was. I am playing with a toy. So I am recording everything. And then one day when I finally got a computer, playing around with it, and this is months in, because when you get a computer, you're doing two things: pinball, Microsoft Paint, because you can't draw on your own paint.
True.
I had no internet yet. We just had the computer.
Yeah.
And I see Windows.
Solitaire
Windows Movie Maker. Okay, I know about
Solitaire
that.
too, huh?
So okay, it's kind of cool, boy. And I did a movie trailer for me and my brethren. So I had a little DJ group called Blacklisted Alliance, dog. Jeez, fam. Anyway, and when I do that clip, they was like, dog, it's kind of badass. I said, serious? And I kept doing it. I kept doing these whack clips. Now, I have some of them things on Facebook and it's cringe. Yeah? I'm like, nah, but these things are hard. I really thought it was bad? Nah, boy. But we did everything. Like, I had a line by me and we turned the line into the Maury show where we tell my brethren he's not the mother of the child. Real nonsense. I had all them clips on Facebook. But again, snowball. I kept doing that. And one of my brethren who saw the thing, he said, yo, bro, your edit's kind of good. Why don't you come with me and hear this dumb story? This guy is trying to
Sketch story?
Yeah, this guy is trying to impress some girl, right? The girl has a whole man and a child, but he still believe he could get through, dog. This guy, big up Stefan. This guy.
Whoa.
Nah, he good with that. I mean, that's years ago, so he good. But big
Alright,
up,
cool.
big up this guy. This guy calls me and says, "Yo, we had to go and record this birthday party, but we had to get on real bad." So I was like, "Alright, cool." So I recorded the child's birthday party and then give them back a real good birthday video, and they were like, "Oh wow, this is amazing! I should recommend it for my cousin's wedding." And that's how I got into weddings. Yeah, so I can't say that my dream was to become this. I wanted to become an astronaut, though. I used to read all these books about space. I want to become an astronaut, physics, chemistry. I was real into sciences, but this thing happened, though, and it's really what made me stick with it is really seeing the reactions of my friends. It really was a place of not just hype, but the memories. But like they would sit down there and they would look at it, and it's like, wow, this is good memories in a format that is like spectacular, and the feelings that I evoked from them, knowing that I did it, is a good feeling. It's a real good feeling you're essentially making people happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're excited to see what
They see themselves, but they also getting this feeling. Like up to today, my brothers still share back those videos. Say, "Boy, remember this 10 years ago?"
Yeah.
So
Probably
my
because
whole
Facebook
life,
recommended.
essentially. So my whole life from 17 up is basically recorded.
Mm.
If you feel Kanye High documentary ready, if you feel Kanye High documentary ready, my documentary is ready.
You record yourself on it?
Every single bro, not like me, but if
Okay.
I am on
A
an
moment.
activity, like anywhere, I will
Record
usually pull
something.
up my camera and start to record. You
Mm.
Okay.
understand?
I remember when you came to Trinity, the first thing you said, if you want to do this, I think you should quit. I remember you telling
Yeah,
us to quit.
First thing, absolutely.
What I mean?
Why would
Because
you?
this is not for the faint of heart, bro.
Mm.
And it's
If you want to do it, I think you should quit.
yeah.
yeah,
I told him, I said, you want to do this? Don't quit.
yeah, and if it's one of those things where if in that moment you thought to yourself,
You wanted to quit? Don't. That was the
Yeah.
whole point. He gets it. He gets it.
Okay.
Because I said that at the end of the presentation. I said, if after all I've said you still want to do it, come and talk to me.
yeah,
Because, brother, I have had so many mental breakdowns, my guys, and this is where we get serious. I have had so many mental.
I was gonna ask you about that.
breakdowns.
yeah,
I saw it on your vlog.
You watch the whole thing?
I watched.
That's okay.
You get 3 solid
I
episodes.
take it personal. I mean, it's 8. I didn't expect this to. I watch 8.
You
It's
get
on
3
Netflix.
solid ones.
It's on Netflix series. But
yeah.
and that wasn't that wasn't even.
I would guess that wouldn't be the worst one.
No, that was the worst one. Absolutely.
It
That
was?
was absolutely the worst one because
Oh, okay.
listen, when you're a creative, your pain have to live somewhere, dog.
yeah.
Do not ever, as a creative, keep your pain inside. Write a
You have
song
to express it
write a
in your
poem.
creative.
because it will eat you.
Write a letter.
It will do something. It will eat you. You know why? Because a creative is usually not only in their head, you know. When
Yeah.
a creative is in their head, emotions tighted deeply, you know. Because
Yeah.
you're creating your own demise. You can't help it, you know.
Yeah,
As a person who's constantly thinking of what to do next, if you are in pain, you are going to start to think to yourself, what pain am I going to experience next? I'm telling you. Men might not admit it, but I'm telling you. I've seen many musicians say, I hate this country, I hate Trinidad, I can't make it, it's fight down. And they would keep saying that because, no, on some level, it's true, I ain't fighting all it up. But what I'm saying is, like,
Yeah.
your pain, as a creative aspect, your pain needs to live somewhere, dog. And I was at 2016. 2014, I got at the end of 2015, somewhere around there, I got an injury to my leg, and I couldn't walk properly. So it's the end of 2014 into 15, right? And I couldn't walk. I had to walk with a walking stick, so I couldn't work. I had
Yeah.
just started to rent an office in Diego Martin. In my mind, I'm like, what sign is this?
yeah.
What does this mean? I am on shoots, propping up against my cane and shooting. I was doing a video, shout out Mr. Killer. I was doing a video for Mr. Killer in Trinity Mall, and I'm on my cane like this and shooting like this.
Mm-hmm.
No BS. Right after that, my car was totaled. It wasn't even my fault. My car was totaled. So you have no car, and you're walking with a stick. So your boy traveling through town with a stick. No big deal. Traveling is no big deal. But then I'm not working. And shout out my ex, but she was terrible.
Jesus.
She was absolutely terrible. I never blast you on social media, and I'm not gonna do it now. I'm gonna end it at terrible. This is not that kind of show.
Yeah.
She's
We
terrible.
would hope not.
She was terrible. So that all of that, bro, snowballed into the worst period of my life. And when I actually started to crawl out of that period, I said, all right, you still have it in your heart. You know you have it in your heart. So do this vlog. Try it. And it's to this day the most authentic project that I ever did, because there are people who would still message me and say, I didn't realize that other people would feel that way. One of my good friends who said that she was on the verge of harming herself said that the vlog kind of helped her alter it.
Mm.
You see, when somebody tells you that about your work, nobody can faze me with a negative comment.
Yeah.
Not to be dramatic, but how she described it to me, so it sounds like I saved her life. Bro, if your work saved her life, what more you want? That is legendary already. If you value human life,
Yeah.
that's legendary there. So
Yeah.
this is our next digression. That's why I don't take on negative comments. Anybody tell me, boy, this ain't good.
Yeah, that's your opinion.
Cool.
Keep going. Keep going.
That's fine. I'll be like, that's fine.
Yeah. These 500
I
other
would-
people
I would
like it.
I would engage your troll, no. But I wouldn't engage your troll angrily. I'd be like, what do you like about it? Honestly, somebody come and say, boy, dotishness, bro. I say, okay, but help me improve. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like, well, unfollow me, block me, if you don't like my thing. No, how could I improve?
Mm-hmm.
That authentically representing yourself is transforming, and I didn't think that I would have been able to be so vulnerable online, because
Yeah.
I'm like, now you gonna pay your business online? I did it, and man, it's liberating.
Mm.
For sure. But to elaborate on not knowing, honestly, this come from the amount of work that you put in,
Yeah.
and the reward that doesn't seem to be coming back does build a resentment in a lot of people, even if they might not admit it. If you are putting out your podcast weekly, 100 views, 2 likes, and nobody don't care, and you're being specific to avoid the quick fire topics,
Yeah.
porn, serviceman, red girl, backing up. You're trying hard to develop a show.
Yeah, something that's
That-
authentic to what you
Not,
want.
not only that, but it actually helps people.
Yeah.
It actually gives people information, insight,
Mm.
some tips, something, and nothing. And then you see somebody come and do a lip sync and get 1 million views.
True.
That is build resentment. That
Yeah.
is legit build resentment. No,
Yeah.
I didn't really battle with that particular aspect, but I thought to myself that, I have been working at my craft for years.
Mm-hmm.
Every time somebody who knows me personally sees me, they'll always ask me, how come you not further ahead, boy? How come you not more popular, boy? How come you not this, you not that? And I always say, well, I don't know, because
That kind
I
of
was
off to
told-
tell somebody that though. That kind of off to tell somebody that though.
Bro, people listen to me. That
I don't come to your
but
work and
no,
tell
but I
you.
mean-
How
but I
come
mean,
you not manager yet?
Bro,
How come you is not?
Also-
I can show you a DM that I just get the other day, where a girl asked me, how come you don't have more subs? I'm not joking. No, I'm not joking. Nobody person is saying it in a negative way. No.
Yeah, no, it's
What
like-
they're trying to tell me is, bro,
Your-
you are
your
very
stuff
good.
is so good.
Your stuff
Why
is
are
so
you
good.
not?
Yeah,
why
yeah, yeah.
do you not have more people looking at you? And I'm saying, bro, it's because I don't talk about serviceman. I don't want to know big man thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's literally the first message. All right, cool.
I'm telling you, bro. Just the other day, and people tell me that all
Big
the
up,
time.
big up you.
How come you don't have more viewers, more subs, more this and more that? And I'm like, well, I take responsibility first party.
We ain't talking about no hot topics as well.
Well, not only that too. I will take the blame for
Yeah.
not being super consistent.
He doesn't associate his work with himself on a.
Well, no, forget the like business part.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about just me as a person.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because my business side honestly is fine. Even though I suck at marketing myself.
Man,
The reason
say
why
we
that
up.
the reason why that business side is fine is because I have been able to
Build a network.
maintain consistent monthly income via like retainers now, contracts
Okay.
and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
that is
It's fine,
not great,
but it's fine.
stable. And when I say up, it's compared to
Compared to before.
Like, you know
We
what I
living
mean?
nice.
Which isn't saying much to be honest, but
Up is
we
up.
Good. Up,
Up
is
is
up,
up.
my guy. Right? But everybody tells me that right true, and I used to always struggle with this. Bro, you're putting out your absolute best foot forward here. Why is it
And
that
nothing.
everybody's just surpassing you because they're more popular? I used to real battle with that.
Oh, I think about that all the time too.
I
I'm
used
like,
to
everybody's
real-
just
I
so
would
much.
real battle with that, dog.
Mm.
Right? Because people claim to want good work and want quality, but
What's popular?
when you put it
what's
out-
popping sells. And bro, and these concepts and again, I go on digress. I apologize. These concepts were written in books from German philosophy. It had a quote in a German philosophy book. You know how to read it, it's real boring. It's called The Dialectic of Enlightenment. And they said, quote, the cog of the entertainment world is triggered by not something being good because it's popular. No, not something being popular because it's good, but being good because it's popular, dog.
Yeah.
And that's it. Most things are good because it's popular, but not popular because it's good.
Yeah.
And then behind closed doors, people could be like, dog, this real cringy, dog. This kind of
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
This
yeah.
kind of this and that. But on Instagram, fire emojis.
LOL.
Right, true.
LOL.
And I just battle real hard with that, bro. But I learned to accept it. I learned to accept it.
That's just how it is.
Because, as I was telling before the show started, I said, bro, if the road wet, you wouldn't speed enough.
Yeah.
So, we in a particular climate, let me navigate according to the climate. That's not to say I become something that I am not.
Mhm.
But, for instance, I hate TikTok. I hate TikTok with a
But
passion.
this
But
is
you run a
your-
talk show.
But I love what it does. No doubt. I love what TikTok does. But, bro, the repetitiveness of TikTok just send me mad. I'm not going to lie. The repetitiveness and discardability of TikTok content is send me mad, bro.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, this thing where from the time it's a trend, from the time a trend comes, you will see
A million.
60 videos trend.
Yeah.
But then, that is me being ignorant to what TikTok is,
Yeah.
right? You would only stay mad at that if you are trying, if you don't accept TikTok for what it is. And that can
Yeah.
help you throughout your entire life, accepting things the way it is.
Mhm.
TikTok is a platform
For short form
that
content.
allows people to put up discardable content,
Yeah.
short form, high organic reach, and high interaction. You see, if I come up with a sound and then you take it and then somebody else take it, that's
Yeah.
what TikTok is about. So I can't come on TikTok and TikTok doing what TikTok says it is and then getting mad.
Yeah.
That don't make sense.
Yeah.
I still hate TikTok. I still hate TikTok. I ain't changing. I'll never truly love TikTok.
Okay.
But I use it because it's good.
Yeah.
Make no mistake, it's good.
How much has it helped you? If you could, like, can I give, like, a percentage in a way?
A percentage of what? Like how much
Like,
I
let's,
hate it?
no, how much has it helped you, like, in business and things
Bro,
like
huge,
that?
like, bro, listen. By numbers alone, and I have not promoted my business on TikTok yet. So you see when that reach, but and there's a reason for that. There's a reason I'm promoting my business yet, because I believe in the power of personal branding first. I
Yeah.
truly believe in that. For me to jump on social media and just talk about my business, for me, puts me in the category of another self-employed person.
Yeah.
But an individual that you like to watch,
Yeah.
now coming to tell you about the business. Oh, cool.
Okay.
Let me
Yeah. I
get
didn't
them
know
in
you
store.
as a person.
Right.
Before.
Get them in the store first before you tell them what to buy.
True. Okay. That makes sense.
Get them in the store first.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
because it's me. It is me running my business, dog. If it's a meeting, if it's a presentation, if it's a phone call, it's
you.
me. Let me be real. For me to sell videos, man, everybody could do video.
Mhm.
Forget it being good or bad. Everybody could do video.
Yeah,
I'm
hit
telling
a
you.
button and point.
Everybody could do a clip. What? Let me take that back. What I mean to say is,
Everyone
everybody
can
in
hit
the
a
industry.
button and point.
Now, but I ain't even trying to trivialize them like that. What I mean
Okay.
is, everybody who is a professional videographer is good.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are all good.
Okay. Yeah.
And when
yeah.
I say good, I mean everybody has a different creative style, but they are good enough to put out a product
Mhm.
that is of quality.
Yeah.
The technology makes it accessible. Editing is truly not difficult. Editing is not difficult. Now, making a movie is something different.
Mhm.
But editing clips for social media is not the most difficult thing. And technology is getting so
Yeah, it's really
Well,
easy.
90% of the job
that
is.
people doing it on their phone now and auto edit and all kind of things
Yeah.
happening.
I
So-
do the clips while I edit the podcast. Everything exports one time, so it's just
Right.
there.
So everybody could do it. So then, how am I selling video now? If everybody could do it,
Yeah.
What making it stand out?
so I sell me. You know that I could do this for myself. This is the level of quality content I push into myself. You've seen it. It's proven.
Yeah.
You
If I'm
like
doing
it.
this for myself,
No,
what I
imagine
can do for you. Yeah.
So that is my approach. So TikTok, the organic reach, of course, great. I have maybe 2,500 followers on Instagram. I started taking TikTok seriously this year, and I already have close to 3,000 on TikTok. So
Isn't it over that? I think
I
it's
don't know,
more.
nah, it's close to 3,000. Now Instagram, bro.
I feel like it's more.
Instagram is a fight down, dog.
After
I tell you, I just start talking about horn and service, man.
what?
Okay.
We was
So-
watching, bro. How long this, bro? I wanna.
What was I
no,
watching?
I'm rambling on all the podcast.
Nah, you're not.
Trust me.
You're really not. You're giving good stuff. I'm trying to look up your
Um,
TikTok.
So comment to short form content. Mr. William Chad?
29 Liam Chad
Liam
2969 2969
Hey.
almost there. I'll start to go live at 3K.
I thought it was up 3,500.
Only follow me. Yeah. Liam Chad.
Mr. Liam
Oh, yeah.
Chad. The idea behind Mr. Liam Chad, how that came about.
Great question. All right. So one day, a guy was scrolling through social media, and one of my acquaintances, she's quite popular, gets a lot of clients and whatnot. Big up her.
Mhm.
She was doing a dog. She was doing a tutorial, right?
Mhm.
Not a lie. She was mixing her favorite drink. And she's like, "Hi guys, today I'm gonna mix one of my favorite cocktails, etc." But when she's about to mix it, it cuts, right? It cuts to this plus size, dark skinned woman making the drink. And then when it was done, it cut back to her and she drink it. So I was like, that didn't look good, boy. It looked like you say I was gonna do something and you still gonna do it now. That's how it looked to me. And we don't need to go into all the symbolism of how it looked because she's of the fairer skin and thing. And there's no shade to her, right? If she take offense, whatever. But if there's no shade to her because she didn't do nothing wrong, this is what she was called to do, and the producers did this. This is not her fault at all. When I look at her dog, I was like, this is hilarious. Where she's given this tutorial to mix a drink and doesn't mix the drink. So I was like, what? I was like, what if this super rich guy does this tutorial to mix a glass of water and then doesn't do it? And then in my head I was epic, so it went further than I was supposed to. But that's literally where Liam Chad come from. Liam Chad is satire on how privileged people view the world.
Mm.
Because everybody lives in their bubble, though, right?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
The worst thing that could happen to you is usually perceived by somebody who's not paying attention. The worst thing that could ever happen. Oh my God! You can imagine you like your phone cut or something, maybe like be mobile data down or whatever.
Yeah.
And you
Data? Well, must be nice.
right, must be nice data, right? So let's
Yeah.
say data down or whatever, and you're like, God, bro, yesterday was the worst, dog. Like, bro, my data is on, but I can call my virgin. Like that's real low level. Like things could be way worse now, though.
Yeah.
Things could be way worse. So everybody does that, right?
Yeah.
You see privileged folks, but they do it on our next level. Like if you lie on some of them, they do
Somebody
it
told me,
next level.
imagine being poor for not having data. I was like, oh, shucks,
Bro,
dang.
listen.
Already down. Dang.
Okay,
Bro, listen.
Just kill me.
One of my friends was telling me the story where she was lying with some of her privileged friends, and the woman said, "I was so depressed that I had to go to New York." Dead serious was. She went to New York for to do a slew of things to make her feel better, whether it be shopping, actual therapy.
Retail therapy.
Yeah, don't clip that.
Jesus.
Clip. We don't care. But anyway,
We all done bad. That's what I
All
say.
done very bad. All done very bad.
Mm.
But yeah. So, but look at that now. Like you had to go to New York because
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
feeling good,
That's crazy.
Come on. Bro. Anybody who is able to just up and go to New York will be okay though. Like
Yeah.
you'll
Up
be,
on travel in
everybody,
general.
fine.
yeah,
You'll be
everybody
fine.
will be fine. So, and that's the problem with how they approach poorer people or people in
It's like,
not privileged circumstances. When you see people having mental breakdowns and kind of going mad and protesting and all these things, it's like, why are y'all not calm or doing something
just
about
get
it?
a job.
Just get a job. Just get over it. Blah blah blah. You don't understand as a privileged person that you have the tools to get over it every single time. Again, if I could up and just go Aruba and chill, or go
True.
Bahamas and just chill, I will be fine as well, dog.
If I could get some retail therapy, that would be so
I will
nice.
be- if I
I just
get
walk in and
myself a
say, yeah, just pass me suit.
Bro, I
just
just wear
give me
clothes
things.
like video game skins, dog. Like, bro, this is my Angry Bird skin, dog. So you will see this fit again, dog. This same red shoe, this jeans and this Angry Bird, you will see this fit again, dog.
yeah.
But if I could go and buy, once the clothes guy always buying equipment, I will be fine too. I will
Yeah.
be swag out too.
Yeah.
So Liam Chad is if you're watching video, Liam Chad, he was like his parent he it's been tough with his parents paying all his bills, and then he cries with the $100 bill. Yes, it's an exaggeration because everybody deserves compassion, including privileged people. Everybody deserves compassion, but Liam Chad is just that like how they talk about problems is different.
Yeah.
It's
It's
just
an over
different.
exaggeration. Yeah.
It's just different. Where there's exaggeration with like. Yes, it's really a problem. Yes, it's affecting them. Yes, they have feelings too. But you sit down there and you listen to sometimes.
Compared to the grand scheme of things.
Okay, it'll be fine. Don't worry, it'll be fine. But it's like, what?
Yeah.
I wish I had your problems, you know?
Yeah.
So that's where Liam Chad comes from. And it's so dangerous because you know it's Liam Chad Sag boot. Somebody might take offense to that, but it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Remove.
Very good. Though.
Very good.
I remember seeing this video on Instagram with you. Is it I think it was in Tobago. Tobago? I think it's
Where he was in
yeah,
the
in the water.
in the nylon pool
Oh,
with the wedding,
no,
I think.
No, that was just a friend of mine wedding.
Okay.
No, that
No, I was
just a friend
gonna ask how that came about.
yeah, that's not a very epic story.
Okay.
Big up the newlyweds, Matthew Kelsey, big you all up. It was an excellent idea
Yeah.
to get married in the
'Cause
middle of Island Pool.
I think I saw a lot of people sharing. I was like, nylon pool.
Yeah,
I never
no.
thought-
He
I
sent
never
me the
understood-
video and I was
Nah,
like,
he
I
does-
just,
I don't know.
it's just big you with this camera and I'm like,
yeah, because now I ain't going in the water none more than that.
no, but it's just that the camera is still extra small. I was
Yeah.
like,
So I was gonna segue into what equipment, because you spoke about you spend your money buying equipment. What do you usually use for?
I'm on the Sony Alphas right now. I mean, but I just want to pass a small caveat, right?
Yeah.
People like to say equipment doesn't matter. I disagree
Mhm.
with that wholeheartedly.
Okay.
However, equipment doesn't make you good.
Okay. That's reason.
But-
I think that's reasonable to say.
But I definitely wouldn't say it doesn't matter.
it does matter in some cases, yes.
It does matter, brother. It matters in all cases. You see, people saying equipment no matter is a more of a virtue signal to say I'm talented. But
Mhm.
equipment matters every single time because I'm
Yeah.
telling you, if you go out on a shoot and your audio is bad, forget it.
Yeah.
You will immediately lose engagement if your audio is bad. And how do you fix that? You get a mic.
Mm-hmm.
So in every case, what you're using matters.
Yeah.
Every case, but it doesn't make you good. So
Mhm.
when somebody says I can't do this without this, it's like okay, now you're in a realm of excuses.
Yeah.
But for example, there are situations where that is not an excuse. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you want an aerial shot, unless you could fly, my guy, you need a
drone.
drone or to go up on top of a building and shoot and pointing down, right? You understand?
Yeah.
And when that's not available, so if you want to get an aerial shot on the beach, you need a drone.
Yeah.
It don't matter how much you say equipment doesn't matter. You
Yeah.
need a drone.
Yeah.
So equipment matters, yes. It just doesn't make you good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Tools save time
Yeah.
because you just go up in the air with a drone versus
Okay.
pay
Where
a
can I find-
GoPro on a seagull. Right? Tools
Yeah.
save time.
That would be a cool
equipment matters.
video.
It would. Men do it already for GoPro and Eagle and all kind of thing.
Oh, for
If
real?
you watch, you kind of watch.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Watch. Yeah, men put GoPro
I
and
don't
Eagle
know.
and thing.
Yeah.
They
have a
look
whole
into it.
strap
Yeah,
thing.
and they put the GoPro
Oh.
and Eagle and they
Send them that fly and
because it's Eagles they trainer, so they
It'll come back.
because yeah, it's that DNA GoPro.
I was just thinking about printing a random eagle. And I was like,
Yeah.
it's
But,
kind of find it without GPS.
No. So right now I'm still on the Sony Alphas, the A65s and A63s. My next camera is going to be a cinema camera, and it will more likely still be the Blackmagic 6K Pro because I still think that after everything I've watched and everything I've started to review, bang for your buck, I still believe in that camera. So that'll be my cinematic build. I don't necessarily agree with upgrading right through every time something new comes out.
yeah.
Because a lot of times an upgrade is meant to be holistic. So if I am upgrading to a cinema camera, it means now I have to start to upgrade maybe my
Cinema
graphics card.
lenses and everything.
Not just cinema lenses, because that is a EFS mount. So I rock in Sigma art lenses, but
But it's one of those things where
you
if
might
you
have to
if you
have to upgrade
Your
your hardware.
computer can't handle it now.
yeah.
You have to
So
upgrade your hardware.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people would buy new cameras and then they don't push your camera to the limits. So if you buy a camera that can shoot RAW, a man might say, I ain't think I shoot in RAW, bro, because my
Computer can't handle it.
can't handle it. So then you don't need to buy that camera.
yeah.
Go buy a A63. Go buy a T5i, a Canon T5i as far as I'm concerned. The biggest thing in video is light. I digressing because we're in our next realm here, but the biggest thing in video is light. You could have a real normal camera, but your lighting would
Ping.
change the entire. Bro, you could have a phone.
Yeah.
A phone. And once your lighting is on point, brother.
Mhm. So what do you use for light? On
But as a big question, several. I have some newer lights for colored accents. I use Aperture Amaran 100. The one that could switch between temperatures. Them are long names. Where's Amaran 100? Right? Them thing are XD,
Oh, yeah,
XD5,
the small-
622, 64, pi, all kind of thing. All that. Right? I have that light. I have a few soft boxes. I have like a huge 750 watt light. I have a bunch of different lights. Right?
Yeah.
And lighting is something, bro. That takes you some time to get. I
Mhm.
wouldn't even say Who call him my boy? I wouldn't even say fully. It's my mom's boy. Mom's, I'll call it back. I wouldn't even say
Oh,
I fully.
shout out, mom.
Big up to my mom's for sure. Biggest supporter.
Mm.
I wouldn't even say I'm fully versed in lighting.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I do good enough, but I'm not 100% on lighting. But yeah, the A63s. I have a decent lavalier mic setup. It's called is the Comica mic system. Pretty good buy.
Mhm.
There is a newer light kit.
Yeah.
A full RGB light kit that gives you, of course, bicolor as well. I think it's worth it. It will probably run you 2500 TT, and we will get into the figures. Are calling this number. Probably run you 2500 TT, but I think it's worth it. Now, when we talk about equipment, we are talking about the kind of money you're going to spend.
Yeah.
Still, I believe out of all creative industries, film is still and probably will always be the most expensive.
Yeah.
Because of the things that are around it.
Yeah.
Your hardware,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything that supports it.
There's so much stands, so much
stands,
Um,
stock music,
mounts for the stands. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
stock visuals,
stock music, stock
lighting
visuals.
is intense.
and film.
Lenses are expensive.
Sometimes more expensive.
Cinema lenses
Sometimes
is
more
get
expensive.
so expensive.
Absolutely more expensive than the camera.
Oh
I do,
my
but
gosh.
yeah.
That is disgusting. I might as well buy about 4K.
I read is a car.
Yeah.
Plus.
for sure.
I read is a car plus. A decent car. Very decent car.
Yeah.
And we talking about the lowest.
The lowest
red.
one.
Red.
Titting.
The
US.
lowest, the lowest red, yeah.
They give me a Hellcat.
Film has changed how I even talk about money. Because $3,000 has now become cheap in my brain.
You mean for equipment or for a
anything,
job?
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Okay.
$3,000. 3,000.
Ustids. Not titted.
No, don't get me
3,000.
wrong. Nah, people doing full music videos for 3,000. Unless. But what
TT?
TT, absolutely.
Okay.
Make
Okay.
no mistake, absolutely. But I mean, like, if I'm buying a light and they say 3,000, I say sure, that's cheap.
Oh, bet. Yeah.
Bet, yeah, that's cheap.
But
Yeah.
is this US or TT?
TT,
TT.
not
Okay.
TT. No, 3,000. No, come on, my guy. 3,000 TT is a FX3. Now, 3,000 US is a FX3. That's plenty of money. But if you tell me 3,000 TT for a light, I'll be like, okay, cool. I'll check it
I'll
back.
take it.
I'll check it back. I'll check it back and take it. Like, I'll go see if I really had that. Go ATM. Yo, check it. That's a deal. That's how. But then I would talk to friends in other parts of the industry, and when I tell them, yeah, Dutch, I know send 3,000 for a light.
What?
3,000 for a light? No, that's cheap. What are you talking about? But it just
Yeah, people that are not in the industry, they wouldn't know what
levels.
is.
But not only that too is there is a disparity in how much money people make, bro,
Yeah.
between creative disciplines. And it's very daunting when I hear how kind of the struggle some of my friends go through.
You can give a generalized example or
Well, when I look at, I interact with a lot of people in the dance community,
yeah.
and I mean, I had when I started my podcast and I was doing what I call my tester episodes, where I was trying to figure out how to use the equipment I bought,
Yeah.
where to upload it, Anchor, what have you. I did 6 episodes just testing, just having my friends talking. I know 2 of my friends from the dance industry was just saying we don't get anywhere near what we deserve, but we have to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you gotta eat.
Yeah, and you have to promote your business and you have to get yourself out there, and
Yeah.
it's tough. And I would like to change that in some way by first and foremost paying at the very least more than what you're accustomed to
Yeah.
people, and then developing the not so much the facilities, but developing the stories and the visual media that would impact people's thinking for you to understand this is how much I go through to make sure that this job is successful.
Yeah.
You understand? So as a dancer now, when you give me a job and you ask for choreography, I am going to create an original dance. 1,
Yeah.
teach the original dance. 2, rehearse this original dance, and then come and perform it. That's a lot.
Yeah.
For
And a lot of time.
what, $500? You model. That's crazy. But you know, it's a cycle. It's very difficult to pinpoint where it starts.
Mhm.
Is it that the people who hiring are also not making enough
That
money
amount
to
of
pay?
money. Yeah.
Is it that hiring a dancer does not give you the returns you would want on your visual piece? Because if I have a dancer on my visual piece and I get 10,000 views and then I don't have a dance in my visual piece, and I get 9,000 views, I
Doesn't
wasted
make
money.
sense. Yeah.
I don't know how people calculate the value for a creative product. I don't know if they just look at views and hype, and because I mean that's most of the metrics.
Yeah.
Don't know, but when I talk to my friends about the kind of money I aim to spend in like film, is always a eye-opening thing, and I'm like, but this is cheap though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am not spending big bucks on film. When I show you
Yeah,
what
this
I
ain't no high
actually-
production.
Yeah.
when
This ain't
show
no
you what
high
I
production
actually
thing.
want,
I really wanted to go high production with that.
I'll be dead. So, and when I spend film money, I just disappear for a while. A man just lay low.
Like, hey, we're going for lunch.
Lunch?
I
We?
cook, bro.
You speak French now?
No, I come in. You can bring food from outside.
Yeah.
I just lay low.
Yeah.
But it's a struggle for all of us, and it might be delusional, lofty, altruistic, whatever you want to say. But I would really like there to be a day where people get paid what they would.
Whatever.
boy.
Yeah.
What's the
Or-
most
or
expensive thing you had to buy?
Woo. You know what? My very first camera that was very serious, like for me to say like a real seriousness, it actually worked with tape. Tape, bro. It's tape.
Mm-hmm.
Tape, eh? And I'll never forget it because it's the Canon XHA1S, bro.
Mhm.
That camera was 12,000 TT. Right? I'm talking about one single most expensive thing, yeah. That's that $12,000 camera for sure.
That's the most expensive thing to date?
To
Was your
date,
first camera?
Probably because I started to learn. I mean, when the A63s are come out, the A63 was like 700 US when it came out, like 749 US.
Mhm.
So that wasn't.
Yeah, that's not that bad
Yeah, that's
compared
not
to...
that bad,
okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, I not like I said, I'm not really balling out, you know. So I had to buy what I could get, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
I had to upgrade to what I could take. So
Yeah.
but yeah, that XHA1S, that single most $12,000 piece of equipment. Yeah, actually no, bro. I think the lighting kit was more than that. No?
That's what I'm trying to figure out because I'm
Guys, I
like...
can't remember because I had bought a Lowell Pro lighting kit.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably about $16,000. I was like, bro. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it'll get up there.
My next bro. See
Next
that?
year will be bigger.
But there's the beautiful thing. Technology is expanding in such a way where
The
prices
Even
go
the-
up.
the quality.
Not even
going
that,
up,
but
the
the
quality is
base
going up,
level
the price is going
things
up.
are working so good. So it's like...
Yeah, and that's what I was telling you all in the beginning.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say equipment doesn't matter, but it doesn't necessarily make it good.
Good.
You
Yeah.
could really make good stuff depending on the type of stuff it is. with
And the
your
ideas you
phone,
have with
bro.
it.
Mm.
Honestly, with your phone, y'all are recording with your phone.
Shh, don't tell them now.
Oh, don't tell them that. My
No,
bad.
don't tell
this
them
is the Jabari Show, filmed in Technicolor 3.5 on the latest and greatest.
Is that how you spoke for the ad that you were talking about?
Nah, I'm about my ad voice. Welcome to the Jabari Show, a brand new podcast featuring Jabari M and Jabari. What's the other Jabari's
D.
name? Jabari D. Jabari with the M and Jabari with the D. Pause. Tune in weekly on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and even LinkedIn, where people tell stories about their lives that are completely untrue for business. Thanks for tuning in. Join us next week, and you can get this podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, which is like Spotify,
Anchor, Spotify, Apple,
Anchor,
Google,
Anchor,
Deezer.
Spotify, Google, Apple Podcast, and Spotify.
It would be
Alexa-
so funny if an article comes out like next week that everybody that was on the show actually just lied about what they do, and they just low-key sell drugs or something.
That is fact. Everyone on this show is into narcotics. Back to you, Jabari. The other Jabari.
Was your favorite production so far?
As in what I did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a client or for myself?
Both?
Both. Yeah.
My favorite production for a client? That's a great question.
Mm-hmm. Take your time.
It would have been, no, honestly, I think that there was this show. I went to Guyana with Marshall, and I did a recap of their show Revolution.
Sometimes you need to not say things so calmly.
He's like, oh yeah.
Nah, it's
this
cool.
is
Nah,
Marshall.
it's calm, bro.
No, but you know what I mean? Like
It's
when
like-
you were talking about the privilege thing of like, I just went to New York just because I'm so stressed.
Oh yeah, I just went across. with
Sometimes you say
Marshall.
something so calmly where it's like,
Oh, I get it. I
Yeah,
get it. I
yeah,
get it. I get it.
It's
Nah,
like-
but I work for my shit, bro.
yo,
Number dog.
He's like,
Nah.
oh yeah, I just went across, with Marshall. Normal.
yeah, yeah.
But like some people normalize, but anyway.
True.
But I'm this. like I have a performance persona which I would activate if I want these kind of things, but generally like so I get comfortable with you all now, so now I start to recluse into my yeah, well, life is kind of dead inside, whatever, you know what I mean? So yeah, but I went over there and they had a show. It was a great show, by the way.
Yeah.
And I did a normal 1 minute recap, but something about it, but it was so good. I don't know if it was my favorite of all time, but I know recently when I did that, like even when I look, and again I spread the comments because I want to know what people think. I don't care what people think about me really, no, but my
Just the
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, you know, I'm not gonna lie about that. I still just take that, not personally, but what are you thinking when you look at this, right? Pretty comments, and you know, people were like, yo, this is the best recap I ever see. This a movie, oh my god, blah blah. And then people who like saw themselves in the recap would have tagged me and said, oh my god, thank you for this video, so amazing. So that one was kind of crazy. Like it was just how it was received. It was huge. Even the behind the scenes London. But there was a that First Citizens thing though. That was truly crazy.
It stood out.
The first one?
I was like in my very early 20s, and the responsibility that was handed to us, and we kind of messed up too. But it was just like the intro was so stellar because like it was Star Trek now. So I took the Star Trek Enterprise ship, sent it through warp space, and then I started to introduce the bankers with like credits in this real big digital screen. I was now getting into VFX, optical flares, the works. It was that intro was sick, and like when looking at that, I was like,
Yeah, on something.
we have it here, no boys. And then I remember I had a headset, and everybody could hear me. Only team could hear me. So I said, boys, we on to something here, boys. Beam us up, guys. We on to something.
Hey, Scotty. Yeah,
Hype,
we
bro.
inside.
I was hype. I was hype. I was hype
Yeah.
for that one. Extremely hype.
Okay.
What you say? It was my first time, man. So you know what to say.
Yeah. Jeez.
Because we got a worst production to one time.
Yeah,
Worst,
no one-
bro.
yeah.
The worst.
Like, we just feel to fling the
It's
camera and be
it's
like, yeah,
yo, I done.
forget this.
That's
Forget
it.
everything. Find a Lincoln's video guy. Find, I done.
Oh boy, there are a few of those. There are videos out there,
Jesus.
fellas, that I would have like. The person asked me, "Yes, send me a logo to put on the video now," and I'd be like, "Nah, bro, right now update. Swear to God, nah, bro, right now update my logo." So I don't think I should pay to. I'll go be changing it just now. Nah, swear to God, bro. This I remember I was on a production, and you see. It's difficult to tell these kind of truths in this country because people just take things real personal. Right? So let me just leave it as
A general. You could give a
it was
general
very
story.
it was just an individual who was given clear instructions by a client and literally did everything else that they were supposed. Bro, I am standing there and they say start taking the pictures to your left and then we'll take the video to your right, and they did not do that. Like literally just did not do that. They were like, at the end of the day, I stood there for like 3 hours. I was supposed to be there for 1 hour. 3 hours, and they were like, oh shucks, we forget video. Models get back in line. The models had to leave, Models get back in line, let's just do a video quick. Then I did the video. And then they said, oh shucks, we wanted a tease. Not the full thing. But y'all told me y'all wanted a full presentation. Now you telling me you want a tease? I didn't shoot for a tease.
Yeah, yeah.
You understand? You shoot extreme close-ups. You would shoot not full wide. Bro,
Yeah.
dustbin. But you'll always get a difficult client. You'll always get a difficult client. And your key is to
How do you deal with
maintain your
it?
cool. Maintain your cool.
Yeah.
And put everything in an email.
Everything where?
Put everything in an email. Not WhatsApp.
Okay.
Email. I delete that chat. It's in your email. Do you want me to re-send the email? I will do that right
Forward.
now. Email. Because you would see dates,
Mhm.
times, and words. Email. From the minute you get into a thing with a difficult client, ask for their email address and send it.
Oh, yeah.
Send all correspondence by email. You finish talking on WhatsApp. Hey, following our conversation on
What's
WhatsApp.
up? Bam, bam, bam,
email,
bam, bam.
because the client in this country sometimes, if your client is maybe well known or popular,
Yeah.
you will lose.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to work with them. I have people who haven't paid me. Yo, I did a video for a soca artist, and it took a full 367 days to get paid.
Counting the days.
Yes,
like-
because it was 2 days after the year passed. I remember the year. I was like, bro, it's a year. And then it was 2 days after Homeboy.
Hmm.
And everybody still would work with the guy. Not one of the, not no Marshall Dashana. This pay one time.
Yeah.
I don't call you youth name. Let him do your thing. But everybody would still work with that person because everybody wants to capitalize on their hype.
Yeah.
So nobody would be like, yo, you didn't pay my brethren, Jamil, and I mean working on you. Nah, I don't work so here. They will continue to work with the
It's
guy.
like, oh, you are heat behind you.
So if
Say that.
I make a scene, it will, even if I'm right,
It's like
I will lose,
it's like,
though.
calm down,
Yeah.
dude.
Because they're bigger than you.
Like,
It's like, it's
we
just
understand,
money.
but we understand.
Yeah.
But you know, you don't have to make it out. You don't have to complain on social media, email, right?
Yeah.
So they would know. You could never say I ain't tell you this, that, and the other. Email, my brother.
It's an email. If you want to check it, then.
Yeah, that's
But
you,
just
but
know.
a day.
A day.
A day.
Yeah.
All right.
Right? And you inform them when it's an email. Simple.
Yeah. Favorite personal. So you spoke about in terms of business, but yeah,
Favorite
Yes.
personal video? It would still have to be that vlog, boy.
the vlog.
It's still have to be that vlog. And it was more about what it meant to people. I have a next project coming up. Again, only the exclusive. Nobody you know. The reason why my username is Revolution X is because at that time it was 10 years since
Yeah.
I was given that name, because that whole Rev thing was just something I used to say. Nah, I want here ready to start a revolution, and a man say, hey, J Revolution, man. Come from there. So the X is just Roman numeral 10, right?
Yeah.
So my next vlog project is, and actually, you know, people just say this cliche saying that you could, if you're consistent, you could change your life in 6 months, right?
yeah.
No, don't get me wrong. I think that's completely true.
Mhm.
But do you have a formula on what somebody should do to truly change your life in
Change.
6 months?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a series that would end in a documentary called The Exchange. So
Okay.
it's Revolution X going through a change.
Change,
So that's called
yeah.
The Exchange, right? And so you heard it here first on the Jabari show. And it starts in June.
Yeah.
Well, once you don't mention this before Monday,
Yeah, bro.
they would have put it here first.
No. Is Monday that's dropping? Oh, let's see.
Yeah.
Monday's my birthday. Big up. That's the perfect day to drop this episode. Monday's my
mark it.
birthday.
I'm marking it now. So I
That's
can
the
message you.
perfect day to drop the episode. Monday. And the trailer for that exchange is dropping Monday. The alignment, dog.
Yeah. So it quite literally
Uni-
it have to. It have to.
Universal alignment. Well, let me how to drop this Monday. When I drop it Monday, let me share it. And then right after that, I'll share any trailer. And then, listen, we very bad. We very bad on this podcast.
Yeah.
And then only clip, and this only had to put this on the trailer too. Clip the shit out of this episode, dog. Put this in all the trailer right now. This is Revolution representing for the Jabari show. You don't know I do not typical promo like how them radio men do it. Yo, you don't know. You had to check out the Jabari show. Jabari M for the money. Jabari D for the you know what, ladies. You don't know what I'm saying.
Yo.
Yo.
Yo. My dad was
Nah, hold on.
My
Pops,
dad.
it's Jabari M for the money and Jabari D for the dollars. We didn't. That's what we. Hold on. What were you thinking? What were you thinking, Dad?
My dad watches.
Dad, what were you thinking, Dad?
Please.
Oh, you know, talking about that. You know, it's
It's
another.
the first time I sweat on a podcast.
You know, it's another thing I actually did. I'm proud of.
Yeah.
There's this video. It's a video itself. This is a video. I did
Oh
for
my
International
gosh.
Women's
I have a
Day.
headache.
Yeah. There's this video I did for International Women's
Oh
Day.
gosh.
That was a very jarring video, and
Mm.
it is one of my best videos. And
Mhm.
it's-
Jarring in what way?
Well, first of all, you had to watch it, right?
Okay.
But how it is that what I was trying to illustrate is that as men, well, we need to do better first
Yeah.
and foremost. But it's like we given these greetings for International Women's Day on one day,
Mm-hmm.
but then every other day of the year, it's still madness going on when it comes to women.
Yeah.
So I would start by saying, I just wanted to wish International Women's Day to every woman, and then it cuts to a news report where the news anchor says, woman who was found with a throat slit this morning.
Oh, okay.
Literally. So I say
I see where you mean.
every
with
woman,
jarring.
and from the time I cut with woman, it goes to that report. So what I'm saying is, greetings are nice, but these things are happening,
Yeah.
and these things are eventually going to drown out those greetings every
Yeah.
single time. And that's what happens to me in the video. The greeting is drowned out by the news reports of all that is happening to women, and we need to do way better when it comes to violence. And every woman who saw it
Yeah.
would always say, "Yo, like, it's a good video, but it's scary, but
It's
I
true.
appreciate what you're doing. It's true, but
Yeah.
it's all over the place." And that is how this issue is supposed to make you feel. You're not supposed
Yeah.
to feel numb to people getting murdered.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be accepting of this madness going on. You're supposed to be perturbed that this is
Yeah.
happening. That was
Yeah.
the point of the video, and it did it real well. And the reason why I like it so much is because I just sat down on my chair with my phone and did that video. I used my phone and did that video. So it wasn't no big lights, cameras, it was just daylight, and I just talked and I did it. So that's definitely one of my best videos, which is why I keep saying equipment
Yeah.
saves your time, but it doesn't necessarily make you good.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's one thing you would say you regret in your whole career?
That gal boy, but let me.
Jesus.
No, that's true. No, but yeah. Kicks aside, right? Kicks aside. It's a good, kicks aside
Yeah.
is a good lesson.
Mm.
It's a good lesson. Beware of the image of goodness if it does not match the feeling of goodness. Right? Beware. That's one of my. After that, because I was so concerned with being a good person that I just wasn't good to myself, and I ignored the fact that I wasn't feeling good. So I
Yeah.
allowed my things up, but we talking about business, obviously, right? So I think, honestly, if I had to give a regret, which I truly, in my business life, I don't have no regrets. And I say I don't have no regrets because I don't know what could have happened.
Yeah.
True.
I don't know if a choice I could have made could have ended me in a very different, way less productive space. I don't know. The notion that you could have gone get a job and I would have been safe is nonsense. Nobody's safe. And we see what happened with
Yeah.
the
yeah.
pandemic, right? Nobody predicted that. Nobody's safe. So if I had to give a regret, it would be allowing my confidence to be, allowing people to talk me out of my confidence, dog.
Mm.
Because I was saying, bro, right? I believed in the argument that talent would get you far so much
Yeah.
that I would put out something, and then if somebody thinks that maybe are too confident in this release or are too confident in what I'm talking about or this and that, they might be like, I mean, well, it didn't really get all that much views, you know, so maybe I had a... Bro, people used to tell me that nobody would get my comedy. Like when I would put out sketches,
I think you're funny.
people would keep... Appreciate that, bro. But people would say,
Your dog is funny too.
terrorists. People would say that Trinidad would not get your comedy.
Yeah.
Trinidad would not get what you on. You
But I
can't-
feel like what you do is what we normally see anyway, though.
Right.
But just in a kind of different way. But
because I learned to adapt. To be honest, I did.
okay.
But before.
But it took time for me. It took time for that arc to come back to that confidence. Because, brother, I could tell you, every time I'm about to put out a video, I think it's not good enough. Still,
Same.
honestly, right? And I'm saying this. Also, another thing I think I could have done better. I think that's a better question. Not regrets. Is there things I wish I could have done better? Absolutely. Don't leave your job one time. Don't. If you have a dream, I know people say, yeah, just jump. But if your circumstance
Doesn't
does not
allow
allow
you.
you to
Yeah.
leave your job,
Wait.
stay in your job, my guy.
Yeah.
Take calculated risk.
Yeah. Stay in your job. Or find a job that would allow you to do
What you want to
what
do?
you want to do. One of my best jobs, even though it was stressful, I was working for a company called Lyman Monkey, who bought Trinity and whatnot. And it was a company that did video. And I learned a lot there. Just little things that you take for granted. I learned a lot there, like about live streaming and how to run a program and all these different things, how to run a network, So big up them, Louis Lee Singh, big up Darren Lee Singh. Really appreciate those guys.
Yeah.
Because it was in video.
Yeah.
I was editing on the job. So, you know what I mean? Like, even when I had no work to do, I used to edit my own projects because it was, my daily routine was editing. So my mind is accustomed to every day, brother, you editing. So when there was a lull in work, I was so productive with my personal edits as well.
Yeah.
So that could also help. It might be difficult, but it could also help if you have a job that facilitates your passion.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
understand? A job that might work shifts or certain hours during the day, and then you can spend the rest of the day working on your stuff. But don't jump just so, especially if you're renting or you're not living with your parents. Plenty of people who jump have a cushion, and
Yeah.
it's no hate to them, but it's true, right? They people don't like to say it.
Yeah.
People say, "Nah, I work real hard," and they wouldn't talk about all the
Hey,
things.
your
that-
mother. You
Right.
very well know
They
you had
wouldn't
a
talk
room.
about the links that you get through your parents,
Yeah.
or right? People don't like to say that because everybody wants their narrative to sound like if they overcame some extreme challenge that
Yeah,
a
my teacher-
normal person.
My teacher told me I
wouldn't
would never make it. Look
That
where I am
kind of
now.
thing. Yeah, I started my food business with a rice grain, and that kind of thing, right? Everybody wants their story to sound like that.
Yeah.
So even the most privileged person will try to play it off like, I started from, I work real hard and I build this, and bro, come on, my guy.
Take it on. Take it on.
We know, but
Yeah.
shout out to them. They deserve their story to be told too. But so I could have done that better. I could have rocked back in my job a little longer, honestly. I could have gone out and networked more.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm now starting to do that. I don't be going out
Because
anyway.
I genuinely believe I would have.
My
I would have probably
networking
been
is
for them.
me just doing shoots with people now.
Right, which is still good.
Yeah.
Which is still very good. I was coming up at a time where this was not as accessible. So
Yeah.
I would not have been networking, shooting something. I would have been networking, just partying. And that is why I didn't feel like if it was productive. But the networking would have been partying. It wouldn't have been.
Yeah, the last person we had on last week.
She's an event photographer.
yeah, she's an
so she
event
said all of her
photographer.
networking stuff can happen at when she's shooting events. She's like,
Absolutely.
yeah, as a photographer, yeah, let's come through.
Absolutely. Because she's at the events.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but it's accessible now. Back then, it really only had 1 or 2 people doing photography. And it was big companies with Trini Scene. And I don't even know who else. I can't even remember. But I didn't know. I wasn't born yet. But anyway, but those were big companies. Those were good
Yeah.
companies that, because again, photography and poor people used to walk around with their cyber shot. Let me be real. What? Oh, they don't know.
I know about Cybershot.
Yeah.
Oh my days. Oh, the men don't know about that. Sorry.
I know about
Back in the
Cybershot.
day, bro, before the social media thing,
I wanna
people used to be
disrespectful.
Zen in the club with their cyber shot, dog. You see girls going in a small bag and pulling out a cyber shot and taking pictures, right?
I think my uncle still has one.
It wasn't as accessible as before.
Yeah.
So now, cool. So I could have done that better for sure, and I could have not upgraded equipment every single time I had money.
Yeah.
Because what I had was good enough for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, I had a XH1S and 2 Canon cameras. I should have stopped there, but I went and get Osmo. I went and get set of GoPros. I went and get this, that, the other. And my stuff was enough.
Yeah.
Because, like, the GoPro really and truly, it's an action camera.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the most I was doing with that was jumping in water.
Yeah, it's very specific thing to use it for.
Right, but I wasn't shooting no production with it. And again,
Yeah.
I would jump in water. That's about it, right?
Yeah.
And I did use it in a couple music videos, so no regrets buying the GoPro. But I should not have upgraded every
At that point in
single
time.
time.
Yeah.
Right? So that's another thing I could have done better. So this is all things to consider. Get the most out of the equipment and make sure that the circulate in or
Yeah.
the things that you're doing is generating the income that would then make you say, okay,
What's next?
I am ready to move on to what's next. But don't
Yeah.
be in a certain level, not generating no that income on what you have, and then think that upgrading is going to change that. It's not.
Mm.
It's really not. So those are definitely the 3 things that I could have probably done better, but no regrets really. I'm here and I'm still alive, guys. So you know.
Most importantly, we up.
What's that?
Most
We up.
importantly,
we
we
up,
up.
bro. You P dog. We up, bro. I'm Jabari, you dog. I go be this is just the J show, and I go be JU dog. JD, JM, and JU. I just up.
Mm-hmm. You gonna change
I
your name
don't
now?
know. Yo,
Sign off,
I
David.
genuinely believe that you need to be entertaining on these things, but like in real life, I real dead, bro. Like in real life, I drinking tea and I just bro. You know. But I like to be entertaining on these things. It's nice. It's good to
Yeah.
just
Since
free up, be performative a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of just sitting around and be like, yeah, well, fellas, you know.
So,
Saudi-
okay. So what would, for you, besides videography, what does Jay do in his spare time, so to say? Like,
Well, yeah, bro. Due to recent events,
mhm.
I'm an aspiring waste man, so I do that.
Oh what?
Okay,
an aspiring waste man.
Oh,
That's a joke, yeah, blood. Fam, that's a joke, yeah. You lot don't quote me on that. That's a joke, yeah. Blood, that's a joke, fam.
Because I remember seeing you riding here, there.
That is, yeah,
and
no,
you
no.
just
Fit
riding.
outdoor activity is my thing, bro.
Yeah.
you want bike trails?
Like,
Yes,
this
fam,
man
yeah,
does
my
be
guy.
riding.
I would love to come on one.
Nah, bro. I used to.
Oh.
You know when the pandemic started to roll out,
Yeah.
and you know you were
Started
allowed-
to roll out like it's an update.
sorry. Post pandemic rollout. COVID-19S. When I was COVID-19S and I started to update to and we are allowed to
The 3
exercise again.
series and the 4 series, yeah.
Yeah, I was living in St James at the time, and I used to ride from St James to Shaka.
Big up St. James.
Dog. From St. James. to
10 miles,
Shaka.
yeah, and back.
11 in the night, I would see this man. I was like, yo, sir.
Yeah, running out. It don't matter. It didn't matter, bro. Like if I was feeling frustrated because you're still inside, it's still had nothing to do. No,
Yeah.
Remember that them time was still nothing to do. I don't even think gyms was open at that time.
Mm.
Nah.
Definitely won't. So 10 miles to Shakabana, 10 miles back to St. James, 20 miles. I'd be running, bro. When the pandemic just installed, right? When the pandemic installed for the first time, and we were still allowed to like run in your community and stuff like that. Bro, I was clocking a 5K every night sometimes 15K, 7K, 10K, 15K again. I was real running, bro. You know, I mean, I was running from problems in the line. I was just running. So, but outdoor hiking activity, that's one thing I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on an album. No joke. I know it sounds like a joke a lot, but no. Listen, it sounds like a joke. Everything I say is serious. No? Like, it sounds like a joke, but trust me, everything I say is serious. Unless I say, nah, that's a joke.
Yeah.
Everything I say is serious. I work on an album. Shout out to my boy Kevin, aka Vex Money. We're working on an album. The name of the group is called Them Fellas. Right?
DEM?
Could never be THEM. DEM Fellas. And we coming out next year with the album because we almost finished.
You have a date on it or no?
We do have a date because it's our passion project, right?
Okay.
And men busy.
Yeah.
But we have
It's like
two
when,
songs
when you
finished.
get time, you know.
We have 2 songs finished. No, we making time. But we have
Okay.
2 songs finished.
Yeah.
Easy. Working on into one. With my boy Mikal Teja and 2 more to drop after that. But we're not dropping it without videos. It's a whole cinematic.
I mean, you have a videographer. Why not?
I mean,
Facts, bro. So when I get the cinematic build, we coming out
mm-hmm.
heavy. Because I am visual at the end of it. So I'm not dropping a song without something.
Yeah.
And it's just for us to... I would never say I'm qualified to do a PR campaign for an album. I've never done it.
Yeah.
No, I could do PR, but I've never done that
specific to that.
specifically.
Yeah.
So we are using this now as an education experience. Can we promote a retro futuristic album in Trinidad? Can we be the weekday to the weekend in Trinidad and Tobago? Is that what could that blow up? Man, if we could achieve that, that would be great because even the popular songs that are outside the mainstream right now is like Zest. It's like Zest, Trinidad, and maybe a R&B and I don't know, reggae. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's really Zest.
Yeah.
It's really Zest.
True. Yeah.
Wap, 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 and them kind of vibes, right?
Oh,
Big up
wap,
to them.
wap.
But
I like wap, wap.
we are doing something. You're
If
putting
you
your
need photography stuff,
man, putting your raps. Well, bro, listen.
you know where to go.
Eventually, where I am, yes, it's in Central, right? It's in the bush.
Yeah.
But you can't rent big places in Port of Spain. It's not happening for cheap, for good prices. That is.
Yeah.
The purpose of that is for people to come whenever they want, and you just create, bro. We work together and we create something. That's the purpose of the full time network is the ethos of the full time network is for us to be able to create full time and live proper lives from creating full time. That's the end goal. That's why the network is called full time. I want people to do this full time. I want you all to if photography and podcasts are what you're interested in, I want you all to be able to do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? Not just when you have time or if you, this was a good month with money, so we can make our 2 episodes. If this is something you all truly enjoy, I want you all to upgrade. I want you all to have the mic stands. And to be honest, if ever all you feel or they want to come down in the house and do a couple episodes, absolutely all you can use my equipment and do it. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I saying it, hold me to that. Absolutely.
Anything big.
Absolutely. If all you can make it done because you all know Malik. Malik just be by me right through.
Well, I live in Cuba, so.
And you live. Brother, you live in
Something
right
good.
It's just me.
Yeah, but
you up while you here. So it go work. Trust me, it go work. Even if it is wheeling, Grand Bazaar, Port, wherever, I could scoop you up and we could go. I am truly about helping the next set of creators do something. I'm truly about that, dog. I'm truly about that. You understand? So, yeah, fellas.
yeah.
How long this podcast
You
went
think?
on, boy? My podcast will be like half an hour and 45 minutes. We going out minutes here. now.
No, we like hour something, but I guess to end. Since
Hey,
you
no pressure.
no, I had to go to work.
Hey, I like this guy.
Since you run a podcast called Tips,
Uh-huh.
what would be a tip for the youth them now
Yo.
coming up, trying to build up their careers and
Right.
stuff like that?
I remember, and again, this tip that I picked up was on the fly.
Yeah.
I was at just to give context, I was at like this kind of like, I was sort of like a convention that was, big up my friend Patrice Million. And
Of
people
a
were
million concepts, right?
Yeah, big up. She held a sort of convention in Kaiso Blues. Different speakers, and I was actually called to be a speaker. Big up her. She know as a man. Could be a loose cannon, but big up her for
True.
trusting me.
Yeah.
So somebody asked, how do you start your business with no money?
Yeah.
How do you follow your dreams with no money? And one of the guys gave a very professional answer. Get a lawyer, get this, get that, get that. And I was like, well, big up my boy. But for those of us who have no money, the best thing for you to do First, be confident to the point where you're delusional. I'm telling you. As long as you're not unkind to people, as long as you don't belittle nobody, cut anybody throat, and as long as you stay impeccable with your word, as in you do what you say you're going to do, don't let nobody talk you out of your confidence.
Yeah.
If you know you're going to make it, and you
Oh,
say,
shucks.
I am going to make it, I don't care how,
Yeah.
as long as you're not saying, you're not going to make it, I will make it. Don't belittle nobody.
Yeah.
Be as confident as you want, and then when you say you're going to do something, do it.
Do
It
it.
don't matter if it come out bad, do it.
And
As a
you
saying,
could say you did it.
right. Yeah, as a saying, if you're not completely embarrassed by your first project, you start too late.
Okay.
Do what you say you're going to do, and don't let nobody talk you out of your confidence. That happened to me, and that is the closest thing I have to regret. 2, do not be afraid to express your visions to people. There are people who say, don't tell people your business.
Oh, yeah, hold your card, say it,
Right? Don't tell people your business for fear of, I don't know, bad mind, whatever. I don't know. But this is the same people who turn around and say, who God bless, no man curse, and no weapon form against me shall prosper. Says, come on, stick to something.
Yeah.
Basically,
Because
choose
like,
a side.
please.
Nobody, hardly anybody has a detailed step-by-step plan.
Yeah.
Hardly. When I tell you all my ultimate dream, I'll say it in front of you all. My ultimate dream is to build a mini Hollywood in Trinidad and Tobago where I maybe buy a warehouse or 2 next to each other and allow people to build sets, shoot movie scenes, the works, Foley, orchestral studio rooms where a whole orchestra could record. That is my dream.
Well, we see our place
What
up for
the
sale.
ass? No, but what the hell is somebody going to do to stop that, dog? Really?
Yeah.
Really? How is bad mind stopping that? The only person who can stop that is me.
True.
So, that being said, if you want to get people to work with you,
Yeah.
confidently talk about your vision to people and online.
Mm-hmm.
Go online and say, hey guys, my name is Jabari. I'm on Jabari D. We are starting a podcast, etc., etc. This is what we want to do. You know, we want to start y'all should do an episode where it's just both all talking about what y'all want to do in the future, and you would see people would come and
It's
say,
like,
yo,
hey, I remember you saying
just like me being here today and saying, yo, I like what all them men doing.
Yeah.
Come by me, see what the place is, and if all they want to use my equipment and do a few episodes, do it there. You will get a 3 camera setup, mics, table, everything, and it will look good. Come on, dude. Sign on to the full-time network one time. That's how it has happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it has happened. So you all express to me the podcast, you tell me the Jabari show. Yeah, I like that. 2 Jabaris are kind of cool, bro. Because I really do think that's kind of cool. It's coincidence, yes, but it's cool. And look at what happened. We link and something else could come out of that.
Yeah.
So, but you might have money to hire no lawyer, no PR person, and no social media person. That's crazy.
That's
But-
expensive.
But your friend, I might be chilling with you all the other day and say, yo, let me do a video for you, bro. Yeah, go ahead. Let me do the video for you. And I'll record. Yeah, something. Right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that
Snowballs.
adds, that becomes something
Yeah.
eventually. So that's really the only tips I have for young people who are trying to build their business. Don't be afraid to be confident in yourself, and don't be afraid to talk about your vision. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You might think you're scared. People might thief your ideas. That not real.
Mhm.
Because if people have the power to do something, they go
Then
do
they
it anyway.
Yeah.
Trust they will do it anyway. Right? Certain companies now, all of a sudden are offering studio services and they're calling for content and blah. They're going to do it anyway.
Well, we seeing one studio for sale.
Plenty people all of a sudden recognize the value of coming and renting a studio and now come and do your content, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden influencers are a thing and all these different things. So don't worry about nobody thieving your idea.
Yeah.
Right? Now if you tell somebody idea and you don't do it, that's on
That's
you.
your fault. Yeah.
If it is 10 years past and you do something, you can't still be saying somebody thief your idea.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
only way somebody could thief your idea is if you ain't do it. You understand?
Yeah.
Somebody could outright rip your concept, sure, and at that point they will get catch.
Yeah. It was like,
But like
yeah.
you can't be afraid of that, dog.
Yeah.
Right?
It was
but
bound
what
to
a lot of
happen,
people
though.
just do, and they think is bad mind, is that they just talk, and not do
back it up.
anything.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
It's like, I thought of that, but this person went and do it. It was like,
Yeah.
you didn't do anything.
Right.
about
That
it.
is be the problem. So the problem is not talking your business. The problem is talking and not doing it. Because if I tell you I am going, let's say I now talk about this exchange thing where I do 6 months to change my life, right?
Mhm.
If I don't do it this year, and then next year all they do it, I really go and sit down and say, boy, them fellas they thief my idea. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, dog. You understand?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if I don't put out my trailer Monday and over the next 6 months change my life, that's my fault.
Yeah.
That's not bad mind. That's my fault, us. Are you kidding? Oh, and three, take the time to rest. That's the last thing. Don't forget this. Work, grind,
Hey.
grind.
Hey.
Team no sleep. Nonsense. Rest.
I find that makes no sense. If you
Yeah,
have team
rest.
no
Hey.
sleep, I don't like, but I
Hey.
like my bed.
Rest.
I up 5 o'clock every day.
And I watch that, and from the time I say,
I
I'm
also-
gonna say, well, bro, I was up since 4:59, dog. Grind, bro. Well, let me not grind like me. I up since 4:59, dog. And this is me,
I
dark
also-
circles under my eyes, thinking, why are you all happy about this, dog?
Yeah. Y'all happy about like not getting rest? and
Why are
not
you all
being,
happy about this?
Like
And
you
then
look
get-
like
and then you're
death.
not making the amount of money
yeah.
that you sacrificing all this rest for.
I was telling someone
Off that,
I
bro.
was telling someone after I finished my degree program, I was like, one thing I made sure of, I prioritize sleep because I realized university students was like, dog, I up after 2 in the morning writing up this paper. I was like, hey, when I see 12, I go in my bed because in no way, no.
Get rest. Which is, I don't know why people interpret sleep as being lazy.
Yeah.
No, folks. That's
Because you're not doing
that's-
anything.
That's
That's exactly what it is.
Kind of how the human body works, guys.
Yeah.
Let's calm down. Let's calm
I
down.
also think people think that what time you get up matters too. Like, oh, I've been up since 5 a.m., but like you've been on Netflix since 5 a.m. You know?
What have you been doing since 5?
Yeah.
Brother, you can get more. You could do 6 hours a day of deep work and you'll be ahead of a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I notice it was always deep,
Deep
work.
work.
And what I mean by deep work is not every time your phone go bing.
No distractions.
Deep work for 4 to 6 hours of deep work and you will be ahead of everybody. People not doing deep work as much as they think. Yes, there are people who sit down for hours in front of their computer
Yeah.
working on something. That
Nah,
happens,
I
happens
can't-
to me too.
I cannot sit down for straight. Like I have to. So I started a new job, but it's online week. But I cannot, like, if you look at my clocking times, it's like 3 hours, 1 hour, 4 hours.
Yeah,
Because
you gotta move.
I can't sit down for 8 hours straight
But nah, bro.
behind a computer.
4 to 6 hours of deep work and you'll be ahead of a lot of people.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people will be busy doing nothing. Like, you just sit down and you're vibing.
You click here, you do a
And then you
click
go on
there.
Facebook and you're vibing. Follow TikTok. I'm vibing down. Now we just vibing down. Ain't doing more on us. Every day's a meeting. Hey, we'll link in Starbucks. Meeting. Can we do some, please? I tell everybody who interested in show, I say we having one meeting, bro, and then we shooting. One meeting and then
The
we are
end,
shooting, and then during shoots we will have meetings. Don't get me 3, 6, 7 meetings. Starbucks
Plan
and full
it.
bloom, and you wanna
Plan.
check. You wanna check every coffee shop in Trinidad before we shoot a video. Bro, a lot of people just like to look busy. Big man thing. A lot of people
Might
like
as
to
well
look busy,
just
and
do
they
a
do it.
review on every coffee shop.
Bruh, let me go and shoot my review of the bricks, eh?
Are you actually going there?
Nah, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
but
Because I was really gonna
But
end
like
there.
everybody, no, but like everybody,
I was
bro,
gonna
I was
end.
looking for a pile of bricks to do a review and call it review of the bricks. I ain't seen none yet, bro. But
On
yeah,
that note-
that's my advice. That's my advice, young people, and maybe be patient, dog. Like stay true to yourself. The cliche stuff. Be patient. Stay true to yourself, because it matters. The staying true to yourself matters. If you know you're not on something and you try to be on it, you're going to fail
Mhm.
without
Yeah.
a doubt. And don't be afraid of don't be afraid of growing slow. I get it.
Yeah.
Somebody can come and lip sync to a young brother and there's 100,000 views. I get it. That hurts sometimes.
Yeah.
It hurts. And then I do this whole TikTok talk show with green screen and VFX and all these different things and get 900 views. That could hurt.
Yeah.
That could hurt. But don't be afraid of that. Because the day you hit and everybody start to go back and look.
Yeah, they could see
This
well. Oh,
this person has been bad, boy. I'm very confident now.
Yeah.
that's how you know who was putting in the work.
Yeah. Your catalog matters. So don't be afraid of growing slow. Yeah? So that's it, youths. That was free of charge.
Anything else?
Speaking of that, don't be afraid to follow him on all his social media.
J Revolution X.
We will link.
everywhere.
We will link it. We don't do the talking thing.
I appreciate that, yo.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah, now fellas, check me down when I have a chance, bro.
Mm.
As I say, my boy Malik this be there regularly. When I have a chance, come down and I call it the ground zero.
Yeah.
Now I call it the ground zero. Ground zero is the point of impact. It's where everything this
Well, we'll you know.
come from.
And we could probably record the next one.
Yeah,
there,
for real. Absolutely.
if possible.
We paying now on the board. The next Jabari show,
I thought it
we did.
No, we'll go. But
No,
it's just
what
like
I'm saying-
who's
no,
gonna.
No, what I'm saying, all I was gonna say was like, well, now it's said, so it had to happen. So if the next episode
Yeah, yeah.
is this, it's like,
They're gonna be this.
Every episode after this is not down any full time headquarters. Unsubscribe from these men. Who's all the next guest? So let's still figuring out.
yeah.
All
I
right,
can't tell
cool.
you yet.
Good, they're good.
I'd
Keep
make a call.
it secret.
It's not even that. I just have to make a call to confirm one. And if it's not them, then it's another one.
Nah, if all need a guest, let me know too. I know people, know. I
Also,
know a
there's
couple.
Malik too that we still have to
Yeah.
talk to.
Right, Malik. Okay, Malik this be day. So all we could chill.
Yeah, so we'll figure it out. Don't worry.
We are is our
But next week for that.
4 mic table setup. Come through me, you, Malik. All we could talk. All we could sit down and talk.
Yeah.
We'll next week for that. But we'll organize. That's the end of the show. We'll see you
Jabari
next
show
week.
the debate edition, but like, watch it. It's all easy to work out. Yes, all they will still be able to do it here because I mean, coming out in Central might be a scene. But when all they ready to do the debate edition, well, they have a
Just-
studio.
Just talk and argue.
Let's argue. What have been feeling, boy? What the feel it is, boy? Yeah, well, it just come true.
I feel it's the end of the show. From Jabari.
Jabari.
I'm not Jabari, but hey, it's a real good show. Listen, subscribe everywhere, guys. Subscribe, follow, get these fellas and them forward. Absolutely deserve it. This is our rocks, the richest story in the making. These guys the Jabari show gonna be on top.
I would
Trust me.
love to say we up.
The Jabari show gonna be up. The Jabari show gonna be up. The Jabari show might sign on to the full time network. I don't know, but trust me, we're gonna be up. We're gonna be up.
So-
Easy.